right. We're at chapter 8. Halftime. Let's see. Thursday. She's writing in her journal. Dear first grade journal. Yesterday when I got home from school, Daddy was waiting for me. And he had bought me a juggle book at the bookstore. It was for children 6 and up. And 6 and up is my exact age. She wrote it in big letters. Exact age. Daddy and I read each page very careful. Then I did the whole entire book, step by step. And what do you know? After I got done, I still couldn't juggle. I am getting fed up with this stupid talent. I don't like the word stupid. Sorry. Daddy said maybe I will learn it tomorrow. That man is just kidding himself. I am doomed. From Junie B, first grader. I closed my journal and I watched the clock for the rest of the afternoon because I just wanted to get home and practice some more. Daddy came home from work to help me again. He tried to help me juggle for hours and hours and hours. Only the most I could ever juggle was 2 dumb lemons. And 2 dumb lemons is not even juggling. 2 dumb lemons is just throwing lemons in the air and catching them. I'm not going to go to school tomorrow. I mean it. Friday. Dear first grade journal, I'm at school. I do not know what went wrong. On account of this morning, I told my mother I broke my leg. And then I limped and limped all over the house. The next thing you know, I was on the bus. I am wearing the halftime costume Mother made me. My hat is made out of an oatmeal box. I look like a nitwit. From Junie B, first grader. Do not know what nitwit is. Doesn't sound good. I glanced my eyes all around the room. The children in room 1 looked very cute. The kickball players were wearing matching red and white shirts. All their shirts said, "We are room number 1. The cheerleaders match each other too. They had on red skirts and white sweaters. I looked at children. His daddy's band jacket was way too giant, and his band hat was over his ears. He looked like a nitwit too. I put my head down on my desk very glum. My oatmeal box hat fell off on the floor. May started to laugh. I hope that doesn't happen when you juggle today, Junie Jones, she said very meanish. She raised her eyebrows. You are going to juggle, aren't you? I didn't answer that girl. Instead, I turned my head to the wall. I closed my eyes, and I wished to turn invisible. Oh, poor thing. I wish and wish with all my might. Then I finally opened my eyes again, and I turned back to May, and I stuck out my tongue at her. She stuck hers right back at me. I did a sigh. Bad news. I wasn't invisible. At 10 o'clock, we went to the softball field. There were jillion parents there, I bet. I don't think so. Not that many. Mother and Daddy were sitting on the first row on the bleachers. Grandpa and Grandma Miller were sitting right next to them. They were holding my baby brother named Ollie. He was mooing. All of them waved at me. I did not wave back, because I was still trying to be invisible, of course. Me and Sheldon sat down together. He looked at the people in the bleachers. Then he quick turned around again. He pulled his band hat over his face, and he giggled very naughty. Please stop doing that, I said. You're just calling attention to ourselves. Sheldon put a symbol on his head. I rolled my eyes at that dumb guy. Then I hit my face in my skirt. And I didn't watch the tournament. There were 2 games going on at once. Room 1 was playing room 2. Room 3 was playing room 4. I could hear the cheerleaders cheering real loud. Room 1 was winning, I think. I listened to the cheering for a very long time. Then all of a sudden I heard lots of whistles and yelling. I looked up to see what happened. And oh no, Room 1 had just won the first game, and now it was time for halftime. Mr. Scary came over to get us. Oh my gosh, what is she gonna do? I tried to hide behind Sheldon. Mr. Scary already saw me. He said it was perfectly normal for me to be nervous, but I should just relax and try to enjoy myself. This is going to be a day you'll never forget, he told me. My skin did a shiver. Yeah, only that's exactly what I'm afraid of, I said. After that, Mr. Scary took me and Sheldon by our hands. He walked us to the field. My legs were like silly string. Mr. Scary went out to the microphone. He made an announcement to the people. Welcome to our halftime show, everyone. While Room 1 and 4 are resting for the final game of the tournament, 2 of my students will present some very special entertainment. He winked at me and Sheldon. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am proud to present the musical genius of Sheldon Potts and the unique talents of Junie B. Jones. As soon as he finished, he pointed at me and Sheldon. He gave us the signal to go. Sheldon did a whimper. He did not move. I looked at his face. It was the color of paste. Mr. Scary hurried over and he gave me Sheldon a nudge. Okay, you two, go, he said. Take off. Very slow, I raised up my wood block and I hit it with a drumstick real light. Tap. Louder, Mr. Scary said. You've got to play it louder, Junie B, and with a little bit of pep, okay? I took a big breath. Tap, tap, tap. Mr. Scary nodded. Yes, better. I swallowed hard. Tap, tap, tap. Mr. Scary gave me a thumbs up. That's it, Junie B, that's it, he said. Keep it up. I kept it up. Tap, 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 tap. Then pretty soon my feet started tapping too, and they marched me right onto the field. I looked behind me. Sheldon was still standing on the sideline. His face looked even pastier. I ran back there and tugged on his arm. Come on, Sheldon, let's go, I said. Sheldon plopped down on the grass. No, I can't, he said. I made a fist at that boy. Oh, no. Oh, yes, you can, Sheldon. You've got to. This whole stupid show was your idea. I'm not going by myself. After that, I helped Sheldon stand up. I pulled him onto the field. That's when the worstest thing of all happened. Because Room 2 started laughing their heads off at us. And it was the meanest laughing I ever heard. Sheldon froze very stiff. He stood there like a statue. Poor thing. He wouldn't even budge. Then all of a sudden, crash! He dropped his cymbals and he ran across the playground as fast as a speedboat. One of the teachers ran after him, but Sheldon zoomed faster and faster, and he ran behind the swing sets. He circled around the monkey bars, and he kept running and running until he was all the way behind the school. And what do you know? Sheldon never came back. Oh, no. Look at that. Oh, he started running. Look at her hat. Oh, my goodness. He was too scared. Chapter 9. Plops. Room 2 laughed even louder. Room 3 and 4 laughed too. I hated that made noise. I hated it. Tears came in my eyes, and my nose started to sniffle very much. I hung my head so no one could see me. And that's when I spotted them. Sheldon's cymbals. They were still lying in the grass right next to my feet. I picked them up and I crushed them together so I wouldn't hear the laughing. And it worked, I tell you, it worked. I couldn't hear the laughing at all. That's how I crashed them again and again and again until my arms got tired. And guess what? When I finally stopped, no one was even laughing anymore. I felt a little better. Cymbals are very enjoyable. After that, I stood in the middle of the field. I rocked back and forth on my feet, very thinking, 'cause I didn't know what to do next, of course. Just then I heard shouting. "Boring!" yelled a voice. Oh no. "Don't just stand there, do something!" yelled a different voice. I looked up. The boys who shouted were being taken away by their teacher. But it was already too late. More tears were coming in my eyes. Mr. Scary started coming to get me. My brain began to panic, 'cause this was the stupidest halftime show I've ever even saw. The children started laughing again. They would be laughing at me for the rest of their life, probably. Then all of a sudden, my eyes glanced over to Sheldon's microphone, and what do you know? A brand new idea popped into my head, and it's called, "Hey, maybe I could sing a song," like Sheldon was going to do. I grinned real big. Yes, I could sing. The sun will come out tomorrow. From the hit musical Annie. 'Cause I love that tune, I tell you. I hurried over the microphone, then I opened my mouth to sing, only I couldn't actually remember how that song started. Mr. Scary was getting closer. My brain panicked some more. And then out of nowhere, I had a plop. I looked down. Something had landed on the ground next to my boots. I looked closer. It was a flaky biscuit, I believe. Plop, plop, plop. 2 more biscuits and a small plum. Then suddenly there was another fuss in the stands. 2 more kids that were led away by their teacher. That's when I got it. That's when I figured out that those mini kids had thrown food at me. And throwing food is the biggest insult you can even do. At first, my face turned red as a tomato. I felt myself getting mad. I got madder and madder, and then I picked up those biscuits and I started to throw them back. Only all at once my brain changed its mind. And instead of throwing them back, I put 2 of the biscuits in my right hand, and I held the other biscuit in my left hand. Then I tossed them in the air, one by one, exactly like my juggle book said to do. And then magic happened, I tell you. I did it. It really did. Because for just a few teensy seconds, I juggled those biscuits way high in the air. I juggled them as perfect as could be. And I caught them too. I caught all 3 of those flaky guys. And then the whole entire bleacher started to clap and clap and clap. They were cheered and cheered and cheered. And the sound of that noise was better than those bestest daydream I ever had. I did a bow. Then people kept on clapping. She finally could juggle. I did another bow. Then I picked up Sheldon's cymbals and I marched right off the field. And guess what? It was the proudest darn moment of my life. The rest of the day was a joy. We had a happy party and I smiled till my cheeks hurt. And I wrote in my journal again. Friday afternoon. Dear first grade journal, we won the tournament. Room 1 won the whole entire kickball tournament. And so hooray, hooray! Mr. Scary let us have a party for the whole rest of the day. And guess what? They found Sheldon hiding behind a bush. Because he got scared. Silly, apparently. Only finally, he calmed himself down. Now he's back to his regular naughty self. And guess what else? I'm not even mad at him for running away. On account of it, Sheldon didn't run away. I never would have juggled, probably. Mother and Daddy hugged me at the party, and Daddy said I turned biscuits into lemonade. And Daddy said, "Hoot, I tell you." And then Mother said the bestest thing of all. She said, "Today I was a star." I really liked the sound of that. Yup, I really, really did. From Junie B, first grader, star. The end. Look, she made a star and a smiley face. I hope you enjoyed it. One man band from Junie B. Jones. Until the next one.